Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome to a brand new series here on my channel. This is Slay the Spire. This is a kind of deck building, roleplay, kind of upgrading cards and upgrading your character style of game. Before we give this a go and kind of see what it's like, I've played a little bit through it but not very far through at all. So I'm going to teach you the rules as we go through it. As ever, I'm going to say at the very beginning of this series, this is episode 1. I don't know how many episodes this is going to be, but on episode 1, please leave a like and a comment. It really does help to kind of project the video, project this series, and it lets me know what you want me to play as well. So we're going to get straight into it here. We have 3 different characters available. We have the Ironclad, the Silent, and this one which isn't available yet in early access. This is the December version of the early access build, which is, as of time of recording, the latest one out on Steam. It is available to pick up. It's about £11 on Steam. So we're going to play this first character here, the Ironclad. Now, he starts off with 80 hit points and 99 gold. I think all of them start off with 99 gold, yeah. And his first ability is called Burning Blood. At the end of combat, heals 6 hit points. And so we're just going to get straight into it. I'll teach you how this works as we go along. This is another try because I've been through this once already just to make sure I know the controls. Reach the boss and you will receive my blessing. Okay, so the map screen is a bit like FTL, or if you've played games like that before, where you start off in a particular location and you have to get all the way down a map to the boss here. And we'll pass various different things. You can see on my legend here, we don't know what some of them are, the unknown ones. These could be anything. They're more like, again, kind of FTL style mini quests. We have merchants here, which we're not actually going to need straight away. I think we've got a fairly combat heavy one here, or we've got a lot of combat, some unknown. These usually give you relics or abilities, things like that. These are your relics up here, the Burning Blood. And then we have a campsite where you can rest or upgrade cards. So yeah, I think, although it's a fairly linear path, this right hand path is going to be the best to take. So this is the combat screen. We've gone into a combat straight away. Just to let you know a couple of things here. This is our hit points, our money. We have potion slots, which can be poisons, fire potions, strength potions, all kinds of different things like that. There's loads of them that come up during the course of a campaign. This is our deck here. We have various different cards. If we have a look at the deck, we can see what cards we start with here. A lot of basic strikes, they cost 1 energy, and basic defense that cost 1 energy, and a bash which costs 2, and is a little bit more powerful and adds vulnerable to the enemy, which means they take more damage. We have 3 energy to start with at the beginning of each turn, and so we're just going to launch into this. He's dealing 10 damage here, so I want to block 5 of that. You see their intent above their head, we can see what they're going to do, so we can try and do something against that. Now I'm going to apply 8 damage here and apply 2 vulnerable to him. So that means next round, we end the turn. Next turn, he will actually take more damage from us, and hopefully we'll be able to have quite a offensive round. So he's going to do 10 again. He is a thief, so he actually steals money from us. So we need to deal damage to him quickly so we can kill him before he starts to run away. I think I may end up taking a bit more damage here, just to make sure I can kill him off. So if I do 9 there, and another 9, and then a defend. So now we can almost guarantee to kill him within the next 2 turns. So he's going to buff up, or block. Yeah, he intends to block on his turn, so we want to do as much damage as we can, because he's not blocking, or he's not attacking, so we don't need to block. So he's got 3 health left, means we should be able to definitely kill him next turn. I think he's probably going to try and run away. Yeah, but we do have enough strikes to kill him off, which is nice. So that's the first combat. That's pretty much the entire game, really. It's a nice, easy game you can sit back with and just like spend hours on it basically. So we can steal our actual gold back. We get 14 gold for killing him. We get a strength potion, adds 2 strength, that adds 2 damage to any attack, which is nice. That's just a straight damage buff basically. And every combat we get to add a card to our deck. So you can see here we have Burning Pact, exhaust 1 card and draw 2 cards. Exhaust means it is removed to the end of combat rather than getting cycled back in from your discard deck back here, down here to your draw deck, which ends up here. True Grit, gain 7 block and exhaust a random card. And this Sword Boomerang, I had this last time and it did actually come in very handy, especially with single enemies. It deals all of that damage to a single enemy, so that's a 9 damage attack we have there. So he's going to do 12 damage to the start of me at this turn, so I know that I want this one, and I know that I want to do this one, and I want to do a strike. That's pretty much all we can do. The hand there played itself. We could have done a strength, but I want to keep this one for a more promising occasion, basically. Now here he's going to do 7 damage and a negative effect, which is probably going to be a wound, which is a card that gets added to my deck, which is unplayable. But I think I am just going to eat that damage. Am I? No, I'm going to do 1 defend and a decent amount of attack there. That is all we can do there. So I'm going to try and run through the first early fights as quickly as I can, and we'll get into more kind of technical stuff once our deck starts building up. He's going to do 12 damage now, which is a bit more than I would like to take. And I'm weakened. So I could do a bash, apply another 2 vulnerable, and I will block. It seems to be this game is about, for a lot of the time it's about damage mitigation. So I got weakness there instead of a card, which is actually okay. He's doing 7 and he's going to do a negative attack on me. It could be another weakness. He's on 17 health. But this one should do 9 and this one should do 9 and he's dead. Okay, so we get 15 damage, 15 gold, and we get to add another card. Clash can only be played if every card is in your hand is an attack. It's a very, very situational card, and we're not going to get into too many of those situations at the moment with so many non-attack cards in our deck. And as we go through, we'll be picking up more and more skills as well. So body slam, deal damage equal to your current block. We could do a block build for this one. That kind of starts a synergy chain. And this one, shrug it off. I quite like this one actually. There are some very, very powerful draw synergies where you kind of recycle your hand around and around and around. You end up with pretty much every card in your deck. And I found with games like Guild of Dungeoneering that you could really break the game basically if you could cycle every card that you have in your deck into your hand and then just keep cycling through them, and you could pretty much end up with an infinite build character. So I wonder if that is possible with this game, if you ended up with a lot of zero energy cards with a very, very small deck you'd have to have. Be interesting to try one day. Anyway, this guy is doing a buff on himself, so I want to try and do as much damage as I can, but I only have 1 there. And I might as well just use these. There's no difference in this round at least between using those defends and just ending turn. You don't gain back, or the energy doesn't roll over, and they get put into the discard pile anyway. So he's actually doing 6 damage now. At the end of his turn he gains 6 strength. So I want to mitigate that by putting a bit of vulnerability onto him, and then a strike for 9. Get rid of all of those strikes, and they will come back into the deck next turn. So now he's doing 9 damage. So I can shrug it off to gain 8. So I'm only going to take 1 damage now. I'm happy taking 1 damage. I'm going to hit him with this, which does 12. And another one for 9 damage there. Nothing else I can do. Again, I could have used the strength potion, but in this case it's not worth it. He's so close to dead that now I can just use a strike and he's dead. $12 gold, a weak potion, applies for a week. That means weakened creatures deal 25% less damage with attacks. Now that is a lot more potent to place on characters. Cleave deals 7 damage to all enemies. Thunderclap deal 4 damage and apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. And Flex is basically a temporary strength bonus. I quite like doing vulnerable. We're stacking vulnerable a little bit at the moment anyway, and so that applies vulnerable to all enemies. So it makes our AoEs more powerful. So this guy is doing 13 damage to start, 46 maximum health. He has no buffs or debuffs at the moment, no special abilities. So we're going to start off with that. We're going to do a strike for 6, and I will mitigate all the damage that he's going to do to me. So that blocks all of that, and he's going to do 8 this time. So this allows me to make him vulnerable for this turn, which means I can do 12 damage with that, and I can do another 9 damage with this, or oh, not enough energy to do it on you. Yeah. And then turn. I am going to take 8 damage here and possibly get a wound card. Is it? No, I'm made vulnerable. That's okay. So he's got 15, so if I do this one, it's going to hit me for 19, so I want to make sure I kill him, and with that strike he is dead. And add another card to my deck. Apply 3 weak and vulnerable to all enemies. That's quite nice. Or just gain 2 strength, and that is for the rest of the fight. So I can make myself stronger so that I do all do a lot more damage. This one is an exhausted one, so it can only be used one. I think Inflame is nice there. So here we get our first mystery. You come across a dapper looking cheery gremlin. It's time to spin the wheel. Are you ready? Of course you are. So let's see what we get. We get... I won a curse. Oh yay. Decay, that's not good. At the end of your turn, take 2 damage. Wow, I think... Can I get rid of a curse? Well, here I'm going to... If this is the campsite, I get to rest, gain 24 damage, but I don't think that's going to be too useful. But I can upgrade one of my cards. So this I could take up to 3 damage. This deals 7 damage and apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. Gain 11 block and draw 1 card. That would make that very powerful. 10 damage and 3 vulnerable. I think let's shrug it off. Gain 11 block and draw a card. That'd be really nice. So we're going to go into another combat here. I don't like the fact I've got this curse. At the end of my turn I lose 2 damage every turn, so... yeah. Is it only if it's in my hand? Maybe? No? Oh, I can remove it from the deck. Right, so I need a merchant or a mystery. So I'm going to go straight for a buff here. I'm going to go for a... they're doing quite a lot of damage actually. So yeah, I need to defend and do 8 damage to this guy. I'm going to take a lot of damage in this. I get a wound. Doing 10 damage. Okay, so let's add a vulnerable to each of them. Do 5 damage to enemies 3 times. Yeah, let's do that one. And 1 block. Not doing as good in this run as I did in my test run. But I can gain 11 block here and draw a card. I can do that one to get rid of that one and attack this one. And now all I can do is this one. I am blocked anyway. He intends to block as well. Doing 14 damage. I need to do 18. Can I do 18? Yes, I can. So if I do this one. Oh, we had block. Right, that was silly. Okay, I need to do a block here. I've got no more energy. I could use a weak potion on him. I still want to keep them. That curse is only if it's actually in my hand, which is nice to know. And it's in my hand again. So if I do this one now, that's him dead. At the end of your turn, for each attack played this turn, deal 1 damage to all enemies. Clothesline, deal 12 damage applied to weak. I think just a straight high damage one would be very nice there. Okay, mystery, we have a chance here, possibly. Oh, it's a merchant. So, card removal service is 75 gold. I don't have enough for this one. Every time you play 5 cards in a single turn, deal 10 damage to all enemies. It's not actually worth it for that price. So we're definitely going to get rid of our decay here. So Rampage, deal 8 damage. Every time this card is played, increase its damage by 4 for this combat. I think that one might be worth it. It's half price at the moment in here. But gain 2 energy and exhaust this card. And this is the exhaust synergy card for blocking. But I think Rampage is going to be... I want to go quite offensive with this deck. So I've got 54 gold left. I could get another sword boomerang if I want. Or I could get a zero card, a zero energy card. Yeah, let's go for that one. 11 gold left. I do like this. Not for sale on the rug in the background. So yeah, we can proceed. Now we go to a treasure room. Thread a needle. At the start of each combat, gain 5 plated armor. Wonderful. Plated armor is ablative, so it stays, and then each time it gets attacked, it loses 1 basically. So far as I know. We'll find out now. We're only on 38 health. These are going to be difficult fights. So, gain 5 block at the end of your turn. Losing HP from an attack reduces plated armor by 1. So we're going to start off with the flex. This guy is going to split when he gets to half health. So I need to do 33 damage if I can. But I can't. So I'll do the rampage. I think I need to use that potion on him. That's down to 12. Apply 2 vulnerable. I should have done that one first. Oh well. So he's done 7 damage there. Down to 31. He's going to do 8 this time. However, I can draw a card there. I could apply 2 weak to him, which would take that down to a 6. Or I can do that. That would have done 12. This is going to do 12 anyway. So if I do that one on him now, I did 18. So now he is going to split. Now there's 2 of them with 28. When these guys split, they each come up with the same amount of health as they had when they split. So it's a good idea to try and get them down as far as possible. Kind of try and get them down to 51% and then hit them as hard as you can. 4 damage and 1 vulnerable to all enemies. I think we need to inflame here. We're going to take quite a lot of damage no matter what we do. There's actually no way that I can... That's the most damage mitigation I can do there. So I think that's what we want to do. So we took 6 damage. We're on 25. We need to get to another rest point. Get some new relics, that's what we really need. 14 damage applied to weak. We do that on this guy. We're only going to take 5 damage. I'm not going to be able to kill him, so I'm going to mitigate the damage. So I got a wound there, and I got weakened. So we're going to do 13 damage here. Let's do a flex first of all. Got 3 energy. Gain 11 block. That would take... I'd only be taking 2 damage. So yeah, I think we have to do that. And then I think we have to do... Yeah, I think we have to do this one. There. Means we can definitely kill him. Oh, excellent, I can do this one. Didn't realise that, that was a bit silly. So yeah. Flex wears off. But I do have another wound card. So some of these fights are actually really quite technical. Trying to get as little damage as I can. I think here we have to start with the boomerang. Because he's not actually attacking, we can just do this one, and he's dead. 11 gold, add a card. Skills cost 0 whenever you play a skill, exhaust it. Or gain 5 block and 5 damage. I don't think I want this one. It's a 3 energy skill or power, so it means I'm taking up an entire turn to play this, and it means I'm getting rid of my deck as well. So if I go for Iron Wave here, I think it's probably the best one. Another combat here. 3 enemies, they are low health. On taking any damage, these will ball up and gain this amount of block. So if we do this, I thought it might interrupt them. So I think we need to gain a bit of health here, or a bit of block. And now we're going to use this to make it more powerful for next time. And okay, so now we have 10. We're going to take a little bit of damage here. So we should be able to... Actually, we might be able to kill all of them this time. No, we can't. We haven't got the right hand for it. We can kill one of them. So which one do you kill here? I think you kill this guy. End turn. I think this means I'm weakened. So mitigate the weakened with a strength. And now he's got 10. This one will do 10. And he's dead. Okay, so we actually came out of that one with more health than we started. You elixir exhaust all status cards from your hand. That's really quite nice. You can actually mitigate a curse for a single fight with that. Draw 3 cards. You cannot draw any additional cards this turn. Gain 7 block, exhaust a random card. Or anger, deal 4 damage, place a copy of this card in your discard pile. I like that one. That's one you would need for a infinite hand. So we have a chance for an elite enemy here. We are in no position whatsoever to be fighting an elite boss. I think we're going to go for this one, then this combat, then the mystery, and then the final one now. Let's go for combat. Mushrooms, yay. Start off straight away with the strength. Gonna do 6 damage to the most powerful one. 120. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do to mitigate any of this damage. I am playing a bit too much of an offensive build here. I need more blocks in my deck. I was hoping to get blocks from the relics. In fact, I don't need that. So I can kill him straight away with that. And then that forces all of this damage onto him. And we may as well actually recycle another card from the deck. I wish I'd done that before to get the flex out. Just wasted the flex there. So he's gained strength. He's going to hit me for 13 unless I kill him, which I can just do like that. Nice easy kill. I could get another shrug it off. Or another anger. Oh, let's go for the really offensive build. And just hope that some of our relics come out really quite nicely. So we want to start with flex straight away. And then we go for anger on him. Gain 5 block. This hand plays itself because can't do anything but do what I'm doing. I'm only going to take 6 damage on this. No, I'm going to take 1 damage. That's a shame. Gets rid of some of my ablative armour. Or ablative armour. However you want to say it. So he's on 36 out of 64. The next 4 damage will drop him. So I want to do as much damage as I possibly can right now. With that one. It's a shame I didn't have anything with 3 damage, with a low damage. So he's interrupted. I'm going to have now 2 of them with 24 health. But that is at the end of a turn. Ah, okay. So just do another strike and that is it. So now I'll have 2 of them with 18 health. That's actually worked out fairly well. I'm going to try and get rid of this one as soon as I can, but let's see. Gain 2 strength. do anger on him, then a strike, and then another strike. And then a turn. Yeah. Okay, so we got a wound, but we're getting angers more often than wounds, I reckon. So here he's doing another 10. We need to do 18, which we can do with just that one and that one. Ooh, regen potion. Excellent. Gain 5 block, upgrade a card in your hand for the rest of combat. I think we have to go for that one. So we have a choice of 3. I'm going to go for the mystery. As you come to a dead end and begin to turn around, walls slam down from the ceiling around you, trapping you. 3 faces materialise from the walls. So we can remove a card from a deck. Oh, sorry, I'll just finish this. Forget what you know and I'll let you go. I require change to see a new space. And if you want to pass me, then you must grow. So I can upgrade a card in my deck, I can transform a card in my deck, or I can remove a card from my deck. I think I'm going to transform a card. I'm going to transform one of these just regular strikes. And we got double tap. So let's just have a look at what double tap is. This turn, your next attack is played twice. That's quite powerful. Satisfied, the walls in front of you merge back into the ceiling, leaving a path forwards. So we do get a rest here. We're going to have to rest, unfortunately, rather than upgrading a card. We've got 59 health going into the boss fight here. Not going to be great. This is a boss I haven't seen before at all. Hexaghost. It is unknown what it's doing, but it's not going to attack me. So it's on 250 health. So I'm going to go for a double tap with a clothesline. That's 24 and 4 weak. Or I could do 8 and then 12. No. I think it's that one. So it's got 4 weakness now. I'm on 0 health. I need to take this regen potion. I could have taken the strength. I think it is actually worth taking the strength. And then turn. I should have done that at the beginning of combat. There's a bit of a misplay there. I wasted another 4 damage to him I could have done. He's going to do 20 damage here. No, 24 damage. Okay. So let's get a bit more strength straight away. Let's do some damage to him. Start stacking up some of these angers. And now all of these 3 play themselves. I could have got that one. Again, I should do card draws first. But at least I'm not going to take any damage here. That was big. He's only going to do 4 damage here and give a negative thing on me. So I want to use Sword Boomerang first of all. I want to defend to give me... no, I didn't need to do that. And then a strike. Okay, so I got a burn, which is kind of like the thing from before, the decay. Bash applies vulnerable. So I'm going to do that one first. Now I've only got one. So I am going to upgrade my angers. So every anger from now on will be an anger plus. So at least I'm mitigating the damage from this. I did get another burn. Okay, so double tap into anger. And another anger. And a strike. And a depend. We're getting there. Regeneration wears off. Okay, so I'm at a decent amount of health. So he's getting 2 strength, he has 12 block now. He's doing 14 damage. So I'm going to take some damage on this one, or am I actually? I think we go for the anger again. We'll keep stacking up these angers. Yeah, with the ablative armour, that will be fine. And I will attack him with the anger again. End return. I think I did take 1 damage there. Now here we flex. He's dealing 8 damage. Apply 2 vulnerable. So that is 18 damage on that one. I think I'm just going to take this damage. So I really want to try and drop him down as far as I can. Another burn card. Okay, so let's draw a card, which could have been an anger. Let's get more strength. Let's do 21 damage to him with that. And that is everything. So he's going to do 2 damage to me here. Oh, he's going to do 30 damage to me here. Luckily this is the boss, so I only have to kill him. I only need to survive, basically. With that in mind, I am going to eat that 30 damage in order to do 30 to him. That puts him on 25 damage. Okay, yes, that hurt. Ooh, burn plus plus. Okay, here we go. Anger plus for 10. Anger plus for 10. Anger for 8. I quite like having those 2 anger cards in my deck at the beginning. Get 103 gold and a new card. Could get another double tap 100p stack. Wow. Block no longer expires at the start of your turn. Deal 10 damage if this kills an enemy. Gain 3 permanent maximum hit points and then exhaust. Barricade, I think, is too good not to have. I've already got a double tap. So yeah, there we go. And now we get a relic. Runic Pyramid. At the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand. Draw 1 less card each turn. Wow. That's massively powerful. Gain energy at the start of each turn. Start combat with 2 wounds in your draw pile. That's not bad. On card rewards screen, draw 4 cards instead of 3. You no longer discard your hand. Is huge. I can't see how that's not amazing. And we can proceed. That is the first level done. This is level 2, the city. And we're going to carry on with this in the next episode. So thank you very much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel. And I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.